Oh, it's already going. It's already time. Hold on. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're ready to begin. Stream of all time. Today, on How It's Made, we'll be making 10,000 war crimes. Yes. Let's begin today's episode of How It's Made. Alright, hello and welcome back to How It's Made, and today we'll make 10,000 war crimes. Yes, today. It'll be the day. Because I hate this drill. And I hate it so much, we will construct war crimes to solve the problem today. Today I'm joined by my co-host, myself, and I. But also, I think it'd be pretty good for us to set up a sporting center. A sporting center. What do I even mean by this? Well, I mean we need a place to go do trap shooting, because that is a great hobby that we need to invest in. Trap shooting / let's just go build a giant range today behind Soyak, so that way we can be like, alright, it's not just Disneyland, it's actually becoming Disneyland, okay guys? It's not just the name is Disneyland. My Minecraft world is actually now becoming Disneyland, but industrial. It's Industrialia. Industrialia. Yes. Industrial Australian Disneyland. AKA Industrialia. This is too good. Too good. Nice puff of smoke right there. You can see the environment is actually enjoying what I'm about to do to it. Well, first of all, I want to build a circus next, because that's just my favorite expression. One of my favorite expressions is the circus. Well, it's not really an expression, it's a game. But it's kind of diabolical. It's not worth... Okay, well, let me explain. Basically, the circus is when you have, like, I don't know, like, let's say just, like, 20 people run in circles around a small area. Well, not too small, but just small enough. Well, I mean, just like a regular track size, but they have to run 500 laps, okay? It's a high endurance event right there, the circus. Well, the circus can also be a reference to stupidity. Basically, it's a way of saying that, man, this place looks like a circus. It's like saying this place is actually just stupid. So it's a strategic decision. Strategic decision right there. To use the words circus to describe a place, to insult or something. I don't know. Make somebody absolutely scared. Alright guys, if you all keep doing this place is about to look like a circus. Actually evil. Actually evil. Those are the words of pure terror right there. Alright guys, since you all want to be dumb, I'm gonna make this place look like a circus. Oh, that's a good one. I'll put that in my book of lunging, which is also evil. Book of lunging. Alright, since you all want to do the wrong thing, I'm gonna make you all lunge to the hospital. Quotes for my book of lunging would be This is now looking more beautiful than it did 5 minutes ago, which means I've been very productive in 5 minutes. Yes. All that matters is the productivity, completing the goals, and accomplishing the mission. Okay, we must complete the mission at all costs. The mission being to do something today that's not valuable with our time. Okay? See, we built Soyak. He's not valuable for our time. He's kind of just there and kind of useless, but also hilarious and a comedic icon of top tier comedy. But today we need to go nuke some stuff. Let's go blow some things up and then, yeah, maybe make a circus too if we have time. Make it look like a circus. Make it stupid, okay? These jokes are jokes that will go in the book of jokeness. How to make a good joke. How to be a comedian, right? Right? Because it's funny. It's funny. It's a joke. It's funny. Both ways. There's two ways of looking at it. It's looking at it as, oh, it's funny. I mean, I don't want to explain. I don't want to elaborate. But it's so funny. Two ways of being funny. It's okay. We have all night. These quotes are just too good. Too good. I gotta come up with more of them, though. I need to engineer some more devices for my ultimate machine. The unstoppable machine of the future. That's what I will be. Alright, guys. Since we're not making the time hacks, lunch to the hospital. It's gonna be the greatest time period in 3 years, I predict. Well, it could be sooner. Hopefully. But that's all unexpectable. It's not something I can expect. But I could foresee that happening. It would be a beautiful day. The circus would come that day. It would be the circus. It would be amazing. Amazing future. But the problem is that that's too much of me focusing into that. Nobody wants somebody who's just gonna do that. And it would be absolutely diabolical. But the thing is that I would at least be good at it. Be a good fit for it. Except it's kind of a bit of I need to think faster, really. That's the biggest thing I need to learn, is how to think fast. Not just how to just I have everything else I would need. I just need to know how to think fast. But the problem is I think maybe there's two ways of looking at it. There's like this aspect of, oh, well, I am going to just do this. I have to know what I'm doing. I have to have this pre-programmed, I know what I'm doing. Instead, I'm just going to improvise from now on if I need to. Because you can't just think, oh, well, I'm pre-programmed to do this. It's not going to work. They're not going to be able to come up with some new fancy strategy that way. Unless you've already written the strategy out, which is what I do now. I'm writing out my own strategies in my playbook. The football playbook. The football playbook will have the answer to whatever needs to be answered. At some point. But it also contains information about AN94. The AN94 Avtomat something. Avtomat something. But it's also some other weapons. I just like learning new weapons. AN94 max range 600 meters. First 2 rounds, 1,800 RPM. All subsequent rounds after the third round will be at 600 RPM. Effectively, it's a shift of Russian tactics into more of, we want accurate fire at that point. because that's what they're saying. They're saying we want accurate fire. We don't just need guys to just who can't shoot. They want guys who actually can put fire on target. And the way you do that, if you don't want to train them, is to give them a weapon that puts both of the first two shots into the target in rapid succession. So according to the book I've been reading called The New World of Russian Small Arms or something like that, the first two shots are fired before any recoil is even felt in the user's hands. Now the AN-94, I would figure, is probably not even in service anymore, really. It's probably not in service that much compared to a lot of the new like AKs, like AK-100 series, you know, all of those weapons, like all the new AK stuff, because Russia kind of didn't really take good care of their AKs, so they have a bunch of garbage AKs at this time, like outdated garbage that probably if you take better care of your equipment and update it regularly for peer-to-peer conflict, it's probably a good thing. Not just let's go ahead and keep using the same thing for 60 plus years. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. Wow. Love this place. Some interesting stuff will happen tomorrow, but it's okay, because you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing something important, probably. So that means that I won't be involved in whatever dumb stuff is going to happen tomorrow. Unless somebody thinks to involve me in that. But that would just be absolutely, please no. Thankfully, I have the plans. I have it written in paper, in my brain. So it's not real paper, but the plan is simple. Go do radios. Radio needs fix. Do radios. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help. I'm doing something important with the radios right now. I'm sorry. I gotta take care of the radios. Gotta take care of the radios. my bad. I gotta take care of all of the radio stuff. Okay, trust me. It's radio stuff. It's important business. The thing is that I shouldn't say that. The thing is, I know I shouldn't say it too. I'm stupid. It's so simple. I'm stupid. I'm not playing the cards correctly. I'm just throwing all of the cards on the table and saying, "Here you go." Handed them away. Yep. It's okay though. I'm certain, with confidence, I will be able to conduct radio activities tomorrow. Radio activities. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? Start glowing blue like Cherenkov radiation? Guys, I am mutated into the Super Hulk right now, guys. I'm about to get big blue and angry and probably give everybody cancer in a 50-mile radius. Oops. Radio activities, guys. We're gonna conduct radio activities. Words have meaning. It's like commas. That would be a little bit. I'll have to write that one down in my book. It's not in my playbook, but in my other book. See, one of my books is just to cover tactics. The other one, and it's not tactics that will ever be used, honestly. For right now, that's the football playbook will cover the tactics that will not be used and are purely for backup purposes. It's like having backup iron sights. You see, if you don't want to, if your optic, something bad happens to it, or for some reason you just don't want to use it, or God forbid, you've run out of battery power because you forgot to bring a solar panel to charge your batteries, well then, you're in luck because the playbook is there. It's the backup iron sights of tactics. It's the plan. It's a tactical model that will help you once you've lost like a lot of guys and you're just on your own, cut off. and you're probably going to be cut off for at least quite a few months. It will give you all of the operational information you need to conduct said operations, and continue to conduct operations in such conditions. Except it's purely going to be, for me, stored in a plastic bag at all times, sealed as the last resort. It's for the future proofing, you could say. Except it's not like that. It's because that would sound like doomsday prepping. Like, what is this? Doomsday prepping? No, it's not doomsday prepping. This is serious business right here. Yes, serious business. It's the answer to the question of, we have 5 guys left and we need to take out 15 guys. We'll be able to level the playing field. But that's my goal right now, is developing my football playbook. And I was working on ambushes today. I was like, well, you could do ambushes in a lot of ways. I want to figure out why I wouldn't want to do an ambush like this, or like, I'm gonna ask some of my friends what they think about it, and then I'm like, well, I can see already there's some problems with this, because like, you look at the ambush and it's like, well, something you need to make an actual good ambush, and that's a reason for them to be there. You can't just ambush somebody and be like, haha, I've ambushed you, I've jumped out of the bushes. Well, you could jump out of the bushes and catch them off guard. Okay, I've reconnected. Reconnection successful. 1,000 megabytes. God dang it. Oh, is it connected? It's connected? It's connected? 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 Nice. Okay, I think it is connected now. But as I was saying, you could jump out of a bush and attack somebody. That's just an attack. It's not anything special. Just because you jump out of a bush and scare the crap out of somebody doesn't mean you've done anything special. That's just, you just caught them off guard. But what makes the ambush particularly an ambush is that you've found where they're gonna be, and you've predicted where they're gonna be. You've placed your guys where they're gonna be. You have, so Sun Tzu says in The Art of War, you have to take, it's better to take a country whole, to take a regiment whole, to take a battalion whole. So, in an ambush, you shouldn't just retreat, because then you're not taking their element whole. You have the opportunity to take their element whole in an ambush. You should take the element whole. You should destroy them. And that's why retreating for an ambush does not work. And attacking with a small force and then rolling it into a bigger force and rolling it into the biggest force it can possibly be does not work. You can't just do a fallback ambush, because there's no reason for them to chase you. Because Sun Tzu also says that, well, deception, basically. Well, there's more to it than that. You see, deceiving your enemy is important, right? If you deceive your enemy, you can trick him into many things. You could be like, trick him into many things, obviously. But there's another reason. There's, like, you kind of have to force somebody. Like, when you ambush them, you'd have to give them a good reason to actually chase you. There's no reason for me to be like, if I'm going to chase you, right? Like, if you conducted an ambush on vehicles, right? There's no reason for me to get out of my vehicle and chase you. I'm just going to drive away if you don't destroy the front or rear car. And if you do destroy those, well, I could just try to go around those. If I can't go around them because it's a narrow road in a forest or something like that, well, I'm just going to, not even going to dismount. I'm just going to stay in the vehicle. There's no reason for me to bother getting out of the vehicle. Well, actually, I'm going to dismount and shoot at you. Then I'm going to run away from the vehicle. Pretty simple. Now, if you're doing the ambush, it makes the most sense to just shoot at me and then push right through. If I'm in the vehicle, obviously. Because there's no point, like Sun says, in just leaving, like, there's no point in not crushing your enemy whole if you have the opportunity. Like, if you can crush your enemy whole, crush him whole. Now, obviously, if you're gonna attack him, if you do the ambush and for some reason somehow it goes wrong, what do you do then? Well, then you can break contact. But how would it'd have to be to where it's like I'm up against a tank and I don't have any weapons that can destroy a tank. Or maybe I'm outnumbered by my enemy in the ambush. And in that case, if you're outnumbered, are they going to actually come after you? This is the interesting question that I'm actually curious about is, well, if they outnumber me, I have like, let's say I have 18 guys and they have 200 guys, right? They outnumber me significantly, but are they going to come after my guys? Are they going to do that? Are they going to follow us down our path when we retract ourselves? It's an interesting question I'm thinking of because I don't have the answer to it. I believe the answer is yes and no because it could go either way. It's a 50-50. I can't 100% be certain that they're going to do anything. I have to force them to do something, which is easily done in many ways. You have to either make it so that way traveling forward is not an option, and that would most likely push them towards attacking you. And if they realize the size of your element is significantly less than theirs, they're more likely to attack you because they have the numerical advantage. Now, do they have an advantage in the terrain? Well, you've already seen the terrain, so hopefully you'd have the advantage. They could have the advantage. They could have been there before. Whoever's been in a place before knows the terrain the best, so. What are we doing now? Alright, we need uranium. So, with all of that information, when I was trying to develop these ambushes that I'm thinking of, rolling ambush and like all kinds of weird different ways of trying to achieve an ambush where I can ambush them again and again and again, I just kind of realized that the ambush is perfect. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Ambush, attack, push through. Now, if it's ambush and I'm outnumbered by 200 guys, well, then what am I doing? Well, break contact. Easy, easy. Now, breaking contact, we're gonna break contact probably to one of our rally points. Probably going to have some kind of booby trap set up on the way because that's an idea I like. Artillery? Yeah, you could call for artillery, but at the same time, trying to do it without any artillery. Let's say we don't have artillery, right? We don't have artillery. Obviously, explosives are so easy to source. Doesn't even matter. You could easily just go to Home Depot and have yourself some explosives. That's why I say explosives would be used in ambush. And also in the fallback plan. If we need to be like, oh crap, they outnumber us. They have 200 guys. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, the other thing is to think outside the box and be like, well, we have drones too. We can use drones to actually scare the Jesus out of them as we run away. Use drones on them in the ambush. How would we even engage drones in the ambush? I mean, if they have vehicles, hit the front and rear vehicle of the drones, because that's the easiest way to hit them. I wouldn't use any other weapon. The drone is so perfect for hitting a vehicle. But if they got people, we need to just tie some like fragmentation explosives to that thing. Not a fragmentation grenade, but like something with a lot of ball bearings or something. Like a claymore. A large quantity of ball bearing. Send them 5 million metal marbles that are flaming because they just came out of a massive explosive. Tied to a drone because we can do so. It's the modern age. We got to think out of the box, though. That's the problem, though, is that now everything's like, I feel like with all of the tactics I've learned and things about like how to do stuff, how to fight, how to maneuver. It's all, like, it seems like it's all outdated hocus pocus. Because none of this will work in the modern day. Like, what I've said will work, but what I've seen and what I've trained won't. Because I know for a fact that this is from the 1950s. There's no real way to use something we've been doing since 1950. Like, there's no way to do that. And have it still be up to par with modern standards. Because the modern age has changed so much since 1950. We literally have drones now. It's terrifying. All you hear is gonna be, and then a platoon will be gone. It's what's gonna happen. It's literally that easy. And then all of a sudden, there's IDF falling from the sky. And it's very well guided because there's a drone. It's not gonna be good. But that's why I'm developing my own playbook. Because my own playbook will be unknown. It won't even exist in the hands of anybody else except for me. Which thankfully means that only I have the football playbook and only I have the means to provide the football playbook. It means I am in control of the football playbook. Must have control of football playbook. The strategies needed. I guess I'll start mining down here. I don't know what I'm doing. I love The Art of War, though. It's one of my favorite books. Every day I find a little bit new wisdom in each of the chapters or each of the paragraphs, and like that's what really speaks to me about that book is how much wisdom there is in it. It's not just, it's like the Bible almost, but instead of the Bible being about Jesus, it's about war and how to conduct it better. Because of all the books that have taught me anything about warfare, that one just shows me the most overlying parts of strategy from high to low and from, you know, from battalion to your fire team. Like, it shows you the most information of anything. So that way you can learn as much as you can be like. You can be like, oh, well, an entire nation, I can see this part of Sun Tzu's Art of War. I can be like, well, when I'm developing my football playbook, I just reference it and go, well, I already know all this stuff about how to conduct tactics, but what would Sun Tzu say about this? Like, what aspect of an ambush does Sun Tzu say? Like, you know, take your enemy whole, take him by surprise, stuff like that. It's like, that's basic stuff, but like, it gets a little more deep than that, obviously. It's the deep stuff that I like. It's okay, I'm doing radio stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing some radioactivity tomorrow, right? I'm gonna be conducting radioactivity. Conducting radioactivities tomorrow. This time I'm conducting radioactivities. Please do not involve me in any stupidity. Gonna be conducting radioactivities tomorrow. It's gonna be good. Gonna be a good day tomorrow, I think. I think tomorrow is gonna be a good day, guys. Oh wait, I'm excited though because I'm going out for this 4-day in the field. It's gonna be a 4-day in the field. And then you know what happens? Oh guys, you don't have a weekend. It's the 4-day in the field. Pretty much. All right, guys, we'll give you all these 4 days. You know why you get 4 days? Because you're in the field for so many weekends. What even is what type of devilry is this? This is logic here. Some logic of all time. Yes. Yes, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do 4 days in the field for a weekend. Hey, I don't mind it though. See, I used to complain about that, but see, this I'm excited for because I know when I go out there, I'm just gonna be reading. I'm gonna be sitting and reading, and I'm excited to do that. I like to read because I'm gonna bring books. I have all my books with me, probably. I'm gonna bring books with me though, so when I get out there, I can be like sitting in the back. Nobody needs me. They're all doing glass houses, and I can hop in for like a little bit and also do a lot of reading, because that's what I like. Do a lot of reading. Boom, get that reading and get that brain nice and strong. Come back from the field. Oh my gosh. You know what else is going to be awesome about the field, you know? So here's the awesome part. Like the most, it's a rest. It's going to be rest. Recovery, pretty much, for me. Because all I do outside of that is just work until I'm sore and exhausted. So it's like rest. Like even if I was actually still kind of like doing stuff on my feet, you know, like walking around, running, and like doing all the stuff, it wouldn't make much of a difference in the whole recovery thing, because that doesn't matter. I'm still recovering when I'm running around. Like it doesn't make a difference. It's all part of recovery, is running even. But I spend so much time like working out and stuff that I just kind of get super sore and mentally exhausted. Mentally exhausting part is the key of that, because you can lift more than you think you can. Like I can lift more than I think I can, and then the problem is that I get mentally exhausted to where I'm like, oh shit, I can't do it. But the thing is that I've just been doing so much that I mentally am falling into, oh, I can't do it. But it's not even that. It's not even that I can't do it. It's something else even, I think. I think there's something deeper there that I need to figure out, because I'm not sure what aspect that is. It's something interesting that is fundamental in who I am, probably. Something like, oh, wow, I'm not really sure if I can do this much, or maybe no, because, I mean, you just have to be confident at that point, right? Maybe it's a lack of confidence, but at the same time, I'll go and be like, oh yeah, I can do it, and then I just won't be able to do it. And it's something, I think it's just weakness. Just weakness. But no, weakness isn't just, oh, well, I'm not able to lift 10 pounds. No, weakness is more than just that. Weakness is actually just a mental state. It's just a mental state of weakness. Like, you're not strong enough. I think that must be what it is, but at the same time, that doesn't make sense, because that's super negative. I don't like that. I don't like that it's super negative. But if it's true, is that the case? I don't know. I don't even know anything, man. I don't know. But there's something interesting about that. Like, I can lift a lot more than I think I can. Like, I can push a lot more than I think I can. Like, it's the thing holding me back is this, what I call a gap. I don't know exactly. It's mental and physical at the same time. The gap is both. It's a physical point where your mind is shut off. And my current training is about breaking this gap. This gap is the interesting thing. It's, the thing is, I don't have the answer to how to break it at this time. But the gap, as I call it, is basically, I'm pushing, I've got it to here, and I'm about a third of the way up. Well, I'm about a third of the way up in the lift. And I've locked right there. So that's the gap. When you hit the gap, I don't know what to do at the gap. See, I'm coming up with some methods right now. One method is what I call the build down. And I call it build down because it'll go up to where you hit your gap, right? So you get to your set and you hit your gap on that set. Like, it's your third or fourth set in. You're like, man, I can't do this one. I'm struggling. I'm getting it like a third of the way up. I've been trying 3 times and I can't get it more than a third of the way up. You go up to 45, an extra 45. like let's say you have a 45 and a 25 on each side. So when you hit the gap, you go up and you switch the 25 for a 45. Then you try pushing. You can get it up still, right? You could get it a third of the way up still. Then you go back down to 25. And then you can hit it on your left arm for some reason. Which is what happened to me today. I was like, oh man, I can't get it. So I'm going to go up to 45. And I tried it then. And I kind of broke the gap. See, that's building down. Building down breaks the gap. Which is kind of a weird way of saying it, but it basically means if I hit the gap, I just need to go up and I need to come back down. Which is exactly what you're going to do with a rep anyway. You're just going to go up and back down. Except instead of going up and down using my arms, I'm going to go up and down using the plates. I'm going to use the weight to give me confidence that I could push it. Which will ensure, and keywords on those, obviously, I emphasize words that are key. So, if you're taking notes for yourself to push more, don't worry. See, that's how you will do it, is by listening. Listening, and I will give you all the tricks you need to push more. But by going up and going down with the weight, right? When you go down in the weight, so like I couldn't push it on the set, right? And then I went up a set and I still couldn't push it, but I was able to push it and it was still significantly more weight. I then have confidence now that I can push the lower set. Now, I think there's other things we could theorize about that might work. Obviously, I'm not in a gym to experiment at this time, but I would love to figure it out for tomorrow so I can make tomorrow the leg day of all time. Maybe, well, there's some things that do work really well, which is to get a person you really hate there to work out with you. You know, somebody who you really hate. Like, not like, oh, I hate this person. No, somebody who does something that really, really irks you the wrong way. Like, not just like, I hate this person. Because there's people who I hate, but they don't irk me the wrong way. I hate them just because I hate them. Hate them for the sake of it. It's kind of just, I've programmed myself to hate those people. Those people probably did nothing wrong. Well, I digress. They are probably major pieces of garbage, okay? But they did nothing wrong to get to that point. They probably don't deserve me being like, ow, my elbow, and stupid stuff like that. That's probably beyond the point. That extends beyond just, it's kind of a odd relationship at that point, and it's not something I like. Because that just, it feels wrong. It doesn't feel right to do. Though, we need to get back on topic of how to push more weights in the gym, because that is my goal. So obviously, that's a big thing, is the building down kind of approach to it. But when you hit your gap, it's pretty much like physically, kinetically, I cannot move it. Kinetically, as in kinesis, as in the aspect of how my arms and skeleton move. Like, how it moves, and how the weight's supported, and how everything. It comes down to technique. And you can't just be like swinging yourself wildly in the technique. Like, you can't just be like doing curls and then all of a sudden be swinging yourself. You have to be stiff as a board, is what I always say. You should be reasonably stiff and rigid. You should restrict the amount of movement from other parts of your body that aren't your biceps. Your biceps should be the part that moves the weight, because that's the exercise you're doing. And that's why I always stick to being as straight as a board as possible in that sense. Because that's going to be important. Should be rigid. But also in some exercises you should be fluid which is weird. But there's some exercises that are just made up baloney, absolutely made up baloney, and those are the ones I hate the most. See, there's exercises that don't actually do anything. They're called made up baloney exercise, aka kettlebell swing. The worst exercise. It doesn't even do anything. Like, I kind of feel it in my glutes, but it doesn't really do much. It's an exercise that really doesn't hit the mark as far as exercises should be. Like, that's just an exercise you do to swing a kettlebell at that point. Like, what even is the point in that? Like, no point. There's no bueno, no good. Let's go ahead and rewrite the book of how to do a kettlebell swing. Let's reinvent the wheel here. Alright? Let's reinvent the wheel. And make an actually good kettlebell swing. But there's exercises that are made up like that. Those are called CrossFit exercise. AKA, I don't want to do real exercises because I think I'm cool or something. Or I don't want to do real exercises because I want to do cardiovascular power cleans. Which I get it. I mean, it is almost cardiovascular almost. If you do it enough, do it fast enough. Stupid though. I hate that. Hate that. Hate CrossFit because it's dumb. People who do CrossFit are dumb. I hate them. They're like, let me do pull-ups, but let me not do it with the correct form. Too standard. Too standard. You have to do. You should do the form too standard. That's the standard that matters the most. The form of the exercise has to be the standard. Otherwise, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing nothing if it's not to the standard. It should be perfect, and if it's not perfect, what are you doing? You're not proving anything at that point. Doing it perfectly would show me that, I don't know, something's mentally wrong with you. You're probably insane. Which is perfect. We need more psychopaths. But that's yeah. But it's CrossFit. Like how do you invent, oh, let me do deadlifts but like super fast, up and down, no room for the slowness, or like they do their pull-ups and it's like they're just swinging their body. Oh my gosh. That is the end. That's the end of them right there. They're lunging to the hospital at that point. Those are not quality pull-ups, my friends. That is spinal. Spinal. It's okay. We have plenty of time. But those are some of the things in fitness. There's also, like, people are like, oh yeah, I wish I had lungs like yours. I wish I had lungs like yours. And then they're going like on their vapes, and then they're going crazy guys, right? Crazy guys. Wish I had lungs like yours. What do you mean you wish you just, okay, if you run, cool. Start running, right? Start running. See, this is my advice for people who watch my videos, okay? If you want to become physically fit and you really, like, you just start off with running. Like, start off with cardio. Like, cardio is the best thing you can do to start off, you know, like, just build up your cardio. If you don't really do much cardio, you don't do much running, right? Just start off running. People can't run. People suck at running, okay? If you want to show people up, which is what you should do reasonably with fitness, my goal is always to show people up because I will like to be better than them. It has to satisfy my incredibly massive ego. That's part of it. It just fills my ego with so much joy to like be like, ha ha ha, I can run faster and farther than this guy can. Which is probably the wrong thing, but I don't care. It's a good mentality to have because it makes you better. Doesn't matter if it's the wrong mentality. If it makes you better, it's a good mentality. Doesn't matter. However, there's downsides to that kind of thinking, obviously, and understanding that is great. It's humility. Knowing that there's things that you do that are incorrect, but also knowing why they're incorrect, kind of. It's a moral thing, ethical. But running is something that you can easily get good at to show somebody up. And if you don't, like, see, I started off running and I was like, all right, I'm going to do 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. Okay, if 3 miles is easy. 5 miles. And then once I hit 5, I was like, awesome, keep doing 5 miles. Every running day, I would do 5 miles, boom. Eventually, I stopped running for a little bit and just started doing like fast-paced running, heavy-weighted running. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start doing extremely long-distance running. I'm just going to go 7 miles today because I woke up and I was like, I haven't ran in a while. Let's go ahead and run 7 miles. I ran 7 miles. Okay, cool. Let me go the next day. I ran 8 miles the next day. You see, I built up a massive amount of running to the point where I was able to run 16 miles straight at the same pace I started at, which was pretty much 6:30 to 7-minute miles, or something along those lines. Pretty fast, right? Which I think it was the average is like supposed to be around 7 minutes a mile. That should be like the standard. I think the average is 9 to 10. That is for physically apt people, I'm guessing. It's 9 or 8 or 9, something like that. But you see, physical fitness is just not taught as it should be. It's not taught as it should be anymore. Well, I don't know. See, they didn't even, when I was in high school, they didn't even care about physical fitness. Education was, they did not care about physical fitness. They did not even want you to have PE usually. They said, oh, you guys can only have PE for 2 semesters, guys. Only 2. But you see, the thing is that me, I should have taken PE for every single day of the school year. It would have been amazing. It would have been like, oh, I want all my classes to be PE this year, please. Please. Should have done that instead of taking like all kinds of stupid random classes and stuff. Like, all right, I want to do law. That sounds fun. I don't even know anything about the U.S. law at this point. I'm like, Constitution, federalism, blah, 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 blah. More than probably most of you understand. Federalism? What is federalism? I don't even know. No, actually, I kind of do know. Basically, anything that's not directly implied in the Constitution or directly stated in the Constitution or implied is like kind of like a gray area. Well, anything that's not stated in the Constitution, not implied in the Constitution, goes to the states to decide. Boom! That's the answer. I think. I don't actually know. But if I had to say that's the way to phrase it, I would say that probably is the way to phrase it. And I probably do know the answer, and I just didn't want to tell you guys. Or I'm just lying to you all in the face. Which I don't care either way. It doesn't make a difference, because what are you going to do about it? Do something. Do something. Do it. Nah, nobody here can do anything. Nobody can stop me from lying to your face. This is the mining stream of all time today, right? I'm just rambling about all kinds of stuff. Hopefully it's entertaining, but if it isn't, let me know. Because we can fix it. We have plenty of time tonight. I have to go do something real quick. I will be back soon. I will back shortly. Please leave 5 stars down below or something. 5-star rating on this video. You can rate it with stars now. Yeah, totally. That'd be a future YouTube right there. What am I even talking about? What is this messages? Somebody's telling me nothing. It's time to conduct some nuclear tech lab at this time. Probably. I do have a great opportunity in front of me to learn some new stuff, and I'm excited about that as well. That is amazing. Oh, we were talking about like fitness, but like obviously, like I said, you just start off running is the easiest way to go. But if you don't want to do running, hey, there's other cardio machines out there. You don't just got to do running. Running is not great for your health either. If you just do running because you're just a runner or something, like, haha, I'm like a runner or like something like that. Nah, there's better ways to get into physical fitness than that. There's even like, some people like to get into like groups, like group activities, like go out and like sign up for like sports team and stuff. Like, you know, like stuff like that. It's a great way to get into fitness. Try to be a part of like a sport or like club or something. Because the social aspect, humans like thrive off of the social aspect. It's just the strangest thing. I don't understand. Even though I am a human, I can guarantee it. I pass all the reCAPTCHA. I pass every reCAPTCHA. Trust me. Every time I say trust me, another person's soul is incinerated. It's okay. I say trust me constantly, 24/7, 100% of the time, all the time, and then some. So, just trust me. Have a little faith in me. Have some faith in Jesus, dude. Jesus. Yeah, trust Jesus, man. yeah. He's trustworthy, dude. He will help you. He will help you. Not me. If you have any questions, go to Jesus first. Give the best life advice by living. Know a thing or two. If anybody has questions about the class so far I'm teaching you all, please. Oh my Jesus, what the baloney is this? Oh, never mind. I hope the radios don't go down or something stupid. You know, if they call me and the radios go down, it's okay. Because my phone is locked in the fridge. The only thing they're calling is an icy freezer. Absolutely diabolical, yes. I've gone rogue. You know about the mining laser, right? Yeah. The one that you can add the Screaming Scientist upgrade to. At this time, we're not constructing a mining laser yet. I don't want to make a mining laser. It's 7:30. 7:30, guys. Holy crap. Oh, anyway, I was talking about a learning opportunity I have, which is that I can learn about armored tactics and stuff soon. It's going to be awesome. I don't understand that. I don't have my own model of... I bet it's just like infantry tactics, except you can't use the tank to... you can't use a tank in a ambush. Or like stuff like that. Like, you definitely can't use vehicles for ambushes. If they're far enough away, yes. But otherwise, no. And it's just too big of a target. Vehicles do not make great ambushes. But infantry do. Infantry just pop out of the bushes, and it's just the most horrifying thing you'll see. But what's even more horrifying is when drones pop out of the bushes instead of infantry. That is what you want, is drones. A swarm of 40 FPV drones, DJI Mavics with RPGs taped to the bottom would be terrifying. Alright guys, we're going to the field for this little training exercise, guys. All you hear at like 1 a.m. in the morning. It's gonna be awesome, guys. It's gonna be awesome. And then just, it's gonna be terrifying. But it is what it is. Gotta be ready. Gotta be ready for that drone swarm. It's gonna sound like it's gonna be a swarm of bees, but worse, because they sting you and you die in a pink mist. Entire tank gone. Entire platoon gone. Terrifying. It's the state of warfare. Drones are the king. Somebody actually predicted that though. Somebody predicted that like way back in the day. Guys, drones are gonna be the future of warfare. See this quadcopter drone right here in my hand? Bzzz, look at this thing. Wow. Crazy. Except it wasn't a quadcopter drone, it was like a Reaper. Like a Reaper drone. What kinds of things can we set up? I think we're getting close to space travel. But really, I'm just working on Strabidium. Strabidium, guys. I know I haven't talked much about Minecraft, but I don't want to talk about Minecraft. I want to talk about war. It's too cool, but hey, Sun Tzu says eagerness to go to war, absolutely diabolically stupid. Don't be eager for war. That's what Sun Tzu says. Sun Tzu says. I like how there's like some sections that start off like that. As though it wasn't written by Sun Tzu himself, but somebody who's pretending to be Sun Tzu. I want to hear from the real Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu, Art of War. Not this imposter. It's okay, because I have a copy of his book. I can just pull it out of my... Broke once again. God dang it. How the heck does the cord... You know what? I'm just gonna break this chair so it doesn't have arms anymore. Doesn't have arms anymore. This shitty microphone is so shitty. The cord gets caught. Maybe it's cable management. That's the problem. It's cable management, guys. Cable management. It's cable management, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Ah, there we go. It's got like a little touchpad that turns it on and off. Well, I didn't know that. Technology right here, guys. I'm just trying to scoot back and it gets caught in my arm. Fucking Jesus. What the heck is going on? Who is sending me messages? Because you're... Oh, okay. Well, we can read some sections of the holy work of Sun Tzu. I like Sun Tzu's book. It has so much wisdom and great things you can draw from. But it shouldn't be your sole source. Because obviously, if you don't even know tactics at all, like you need to understand tactics of what even tactics you would like to learn. There's many niche areas of tactics to start learning. Like you can be like, well, I want to understand guerrilla warfare. I want to understand. Well, guerrilla warfare is basically just you need to know infantry and probably artillery tactics, not really necessarily armored tactics. But it's still combined arms, technically. You still can do combined arms warfare. It's just you won't really have tanks necessarily in that scenario, where a small force is fighting a bigger force. You will probably not have tanks. If you do have tanks, well, congratulations, you have tanks. Add that into your strategies. Make it into your plans. The planning is the first section of Art of War, and it's kind of a interesting section. He covers the 5 constants in warfare, the moral compass, heaven, earth, the commander, and something else. I forgot what it was. However, all those things play into it. Like understanding, like the commander basically is like, will your troops follow you? Are your enemies? Is your the enemy's leader? Like, is he great at what he does? Does he know what he does? Is he competent? Is he not competent? How skilled is he? How skilled are his troops? That's kind of that is what that is. But then also the moral compass is, will your troops follow you? That's the one where they will follow you. Like, will they follow you off a cliff? Is what it basically boils down to. He has a prettier way of putting it, but doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. Okay, it boils down to, will your guys follow you off a cliff? Because if they will, that means you're a good leader. If your guys would jump off a cliff with you, for no reason, but just because you told them to, that means you're a good leader. That's an aspect of a good leader. Then, like, you can also be like, in one section, heaven and earth, like a good leader, like somebody who knows, who's planning, who's like creating a plan, and like somebody who's gonna do an attack or something. He understands heaven and earth, which are two separate sections, two separate constants, but basically it boils down to earth is your sectors of fire. Like, earth is your, well, we have this train here, let's use it. We can put this vehicle behind it, and we can get the turret to be the only part visible. Like, earth is the one of the fundamentals of everything in tactics. It's just this kind of part that you just need to know, need to understand how to use. Okay, we can use this terrain here to get up close to the enemy, this nice little gully, if you will, this nice little what would you call this? We could use this draw, this spur, whatever it is. Get up close to the enemy. Get behind a ridge, and they won't see us. We can sneak up around this ridge into the woods and get down and attack their fortified positions. But Sun Tzu says in, what is it, stratagem or something? It pretty much, he says that you should never attack a fortified position. You should never attempt to take a city. You should never besiege a city. This is one of the most neglected aspects of what he says, because there's this archaic idea that you can go clear a house, but that only works if the guy you're fighting isn't as sophisticated as you are. He doesn't know how to defend his house. He isn't expecting you. Like, you need to have an advantage on that guy for you to be able to go and attack his house. Like, if you're going to go and try to clear a house, right, and there's a bunch of guys in there, and they know you're coming, you're pretty much screwed. You might as well just call for fire on their house. And there's no reason to just be like, well, I'm going to go attack this village, right? I'm going to go have my guys go clear this village. There's no reason to do that, because you're just going to end up getting more of them killed for going to go clear that village. Because it all has to happen. Like, the second that first shot is fired in that first building, if anybody in any of the other buildings hears it, you're screwed. Your guys are about to die, which is no good. But that's why entering and clearing buildings is dumb. And it's literally in the Art of War. You can read Art of War and you can be like, well, Sun Tzu says never to besiege a city because you're going to lose more guys than it's worth. You're going to lose guys if you go to try to clear out a building. Like, that first guy in, like, what if there's 4 guys in the room, right? You have 4 guys. There's 4 guys in the room you're going into, and they all are pre-positioned better than you are. They all see you as you come in that door. So if you're not coming in fast enough and shooting at them as you come in, they're just going to shoot you because they're in 4 different positions in the room already fixed on the door that you're coming in through. Which means you're dead. It doesn't matter if you have 4 guys and you all get in the room. The guy in the room has the advantage. The guy in the room has the initiative. The guy in the room, it's all about getting that initiative from him. So, like, if you can't just enter and clear a building. It's not going to work anymore. Now, it only worked back during, like, the GWOT era because of entering and clearing a room was like, what are we up against? A bunch of guerrilla fighters, pretty much. They're not going to be good enough to fight back and really do a good job, I don't think. But we still would lose guys to that, right? We'd still lose guys. You still see that number. There's still guys lost, probably, to entering and clearing a room. So it's pretty obvious, like, you shouldn't just be, like, assaulting a fortified position. You shouldn't be trying to go and enter and clear a room. That's entering and clearing a room is more than a fortified position. It's a blind spot. The entire room is a blind spot. unless you see into the room beforehand. Like, unless you go use the windows. I always say, use the window, it's your best friend. Throw in 10 grenades, and the enemy's gone. Right? It's the way to go. Don't go and clear a room. It's not worth it. And Sun Tzu says, don't besiege a city. Exact same. Just a different idea. Another thing he says is to use your enemy's provisions against him. Like, it is wise to use your enemy's provisions against them. As in, like, every one of your enemy's munition is equal to, like, 10 of your own. It's so valuable because if you're gonna wage a war for a long time, and if you get cut off from supplies, right, you're probably gonna want to do that. It probably makes sense to just start using his weapons, his ammo, and everything against them. If you're offensively fighting, or even, especially defensively fighting, I feel would be the most likely outcome for needing to be like, whoa, well, we don't have any resupply. We don't have any other thing to help us. We're just on our own. We need to do something, and I don't really have the answer, so we're just gonna use our enemy's weapons against them. That's when you would need that. It's for that scenario. I almost landed on a landmine. What else does Sun Tzu say? He says a lot of stuff. I remember we talked about the capturing an army whole, capturing a city whole. Like, that's the ambush. The ambush is to capture your enemy whole. But it is he who wins without a fight. Another thing Sun Tzu says. He who wins without even coming to the field of battle. He who wins without even a fight. Like, this is like, honestly, whenever I read this book and start talking about it, it's like a religion. It's like religion. Like, this is like a pastor, a priester, whatever you call them. Yes, that is what I'm like, except for I'm literally telling you about Sun Tzu. Guys, I'm a prophet for Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu for profit organization right here. He says, I can find some more sections. It's wise general makes use of foraging. That we already discussed that. Hence, to fight and conquer in all of your battles is not supreme excellence. Hence to fight and conquer in all of your battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Exactly what I was saying earlier. Don't even show up to the fight. Break your enemy's resistance without even fighting. This is like your psychological warfare, like all of that stuff kind of falls into that. Being well read in subjects like this is kind of awesome. It's like the most knowledgeable I've ever felt. Is like, oh, well, Sun Tzu says, like, what? I'm just reading this book for fun. How the heck am I memorizing so much of it now? Like, my brain's activated. My brain is activated by this book. Stimulated. That's the word. I am mentally stimulated by this book. This book is amazing. I don't know if that's even the right. That's not even the right word. Mentally stimulated. Let's find out what else he has to say. Because in this book, there's many answers to many questions. Let me turn to a chapter I haven't even started yet. Energy. Energy is a chapter I did start. Sun Tzu said, the control of a large force is the same principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers. Fighting with a large army under your command is in no way different from fighting with a small one. It is merely a question of Instituting signs and signals. You know, I could totally break down this. You know, that's what I want to do. I just want to start reading The Art of War and start preaching Sun Tzu's gospel about how to conduct a war. It's amazing. I don't really want to stream this anymore, guys. But hey, I guess I'll catch you all tomorrow. I'm just gonna work on a video full time. Catch you all in the next one.